Hey guys, welcome to Radiant Guardians. Please rock that like and also check out the description box down below. You're going to find all the links there. Alright, check them out, alright, and have a look at those. We're going to continue on this journey of learning about our cosmic origin, about the Galactic Wars, about the Electric Wars, about the Lyran Wars and everything like that. Why are we learning about this? Because we need to know what actually took place in that time that leads us to here in this moment right now. Alright, so yeah, welcome to Radiant Guardians. Please rock the like. Check out the description box down below. There you will find links to our Telegram page where you can come and join us. That's where everybody is hanging out. That's where all the star seeds are hanging out, the indigos are hanging out, and everybody is sharing amazing information. Also, there's a couple of links there in the description box down below for meditation. If you feel the need, if you need a meditation, and there's a couple of links in the description box down below, and there's a meditation. Yeah, we're going to keep on going down this path. We're going to keep on going down this path of learning. And also, I need to say this, that you know, my number one rule, right, for Radiant Guardians here, and for all of my people that come and visit my channel, that come here, and my subscribers, everyone, okay, even if you're just passing by, doing a bit of window shopping, my number one rule here in this, in my channel, is that you only take what resonates for you, and also do your own homework, okay? So only take what resonates for you guys. Alright, learn what you can, okay? A lot of what I'm sharing with you guys now, there's a lot of light code activators, guys. There is. There definitely is. A lot of this information that I'm going to share with you is from articles that I have found. And a lot of them have light code activators in them. Now, when I was in my video that I just shared yesterday, right, or a couple of days ago, when I wasn't well, I was doing a lot of reading, guided to a lot of information, guided to a lot of articles, right? And I did a lot of reading, and in that time that I was reading, I could feel, right, after I had finished reading a lot of information from the articles that I'm going to share with you right here. So I'm not only keeping it all to myself, alright? Everything that I find, everything that I learn, I'm going to share with you. And why? Well, because we are the ones that incarnated here on planet Earth for this moment in time. And the thing is that a lot of us have, we've got teams that we came here to planet Earth with, okay? I'm not just talking about our guides, I'm talking about our brothers and sisters. We've got teams, we've got teams of people. Let's just call us the 12 disciples. We have got teams here on planet Earth right now as I speak. Because before we incarnated here on planet Earth, okay, there was a meeting that was had before I even got here, alright? So there was a meeting had, and in that meeting everybody was talking about, okay, look, we've got to go down there, we've got to do this, and we've got to bring all this truth, we've got to bring all this information. A lot of this information is going to bring some good memories. So the light codes that are within you are getting activated. The light codes that are within you are getting activated the blueprints that are in you are getting activated. You're going to come into a place of remembrance of a lot of this information that I'm going to share with you, okay? And these are light code activators, my friends, and I'm giving it to you all for free, all right? Costs nothing. Costs nothing for this. I'm getting it all for free. So yeah, so meetings were had, right, with your team. So you had a team of 12 disciples, and you all agreed to meet here on planet Earth and to continue on this journey and this work. All right, I tell you what. So what happened is that we had a meeting. Okay, there was a staff meeting called. Everybody got around, got together, 12 disciples, right? And we all had a bit of a talk. We all had this mapped out, you know, plans and everything. And all of us, you know, collaborating, right? Communicating with each other, letting each other know, okay, this is what you're going to do. This is what you are going to do. Okay, let's all get down there. Let's all work together. Let's pull up our socks, big girl pants, big boy pants. Let's get down there and let's do this. And so we get down here, right? But we already were pre-warned about when we got here, okay, and what we had to do. The only thing is that a lot of us couldn't remember as soon as we came in and incarnated into these vessels and avatars. But in our meeting that took place, it was told it's going to be hard, all right? It's going to be pretty hard, because once you incarnate into that vessel, that body, on planet Earth, you're going to have to do some house cleaning. You're going to have to spring clean, all right? You're going to have to scrub the walls, scrub the floors, scrub the windows. You're going to have to maybe throw some things out, all right? And that's what the meeting was about. It was about that. It was about the fact that we're going to be incarnating here on planet Earth, and that a lot of programming that happened in these vessels and avatars, like at the moment, because, you know, I have shared with you guys that I had a walk-in experience, and I had a kind of like a tag, you know, tag team going on. So I incarnated into this vessel, and the former consciousness, I had a soul contract and continued to go on to evolve. All right. So what happened is that when I was in that part of that meeting, all right, somebody took the minutes and everything, and we were talking about all of this. So when I was in that meeting, it's like they let us know. They let us know, hey, once you incarnate into that body, you're going to have to deprogram. All right? You're going to have to deprogram that vessel, that avatar, that body that you're going to incarnate into. And the question was asked, well, why is that? And the question, you know, a lot of us asked those questions. We did ask a lot of questions before we start to, you know, incarnate onto planet Earth. A lot of us might have came in 2020. All right? 2020. When the, you know, happened. And the, you know, happened. So a lot of us might have came in then, but we had a meeting, and the meeting was about, we've got to deprogram the vessel, the avatar, the body. We've got to deprogram it from all the programs that had been programmed with, downloaded with, as a baby, growing up, all right? Everything that had been downloaded into this vessel avatar had to be deprogrammed, okay? So we incarnate into planet Earth. This is what it's saying. This is what, you know, is going on in the meeting. All right. So we all, you know, we all knew this. We all volunteered. We all signed up for it. We all said, okay, let's go. Let's do this. We got our teams together. We got our 12 disciples. You're just going to have to catch my drift, okay? 12 disciples. So you're just going to have to catch my drift. But anyway, So we incarnated on planet Earth, but before, you know, again, before coming to planet Earth, we have a meeting, we talk about it, and so we have a meeting, okay? We have a meeting, we talk about it, and we talk about what we've got to do as soon as we incarnate into these bodies, okay? So 1, we're talking about house cleaning, all right? 2, we're talking about deprogramming. 3, we're talking about unlearning, relearning. And 4, we're talking about the shadow work that needs to be done, the purging that needs to be done. We're talking about all this stuff, right? Everything was planned out, spoken about before we incarnated into these vessels and bodies. And we had to have this meeting, we had to talk about it, and we had to do it, you guys. And the moment that you incarnate into your vessel, your avatar, your body, you soon get here, and then you find out exactly why we had to do that. Alright, so a lot of deprogramming and a lot of reprogramming, a lot of, you know, relearning going on and unlearning happening. Dark night of the soul, that's another thing that we had to be briefed about. So we've just been briefed about the dark night of the soul, deprogramming, cleaning house, right, purging, and relearning and everything like that. So we had a briefing, and everybody got the memo. Okay, everybody got the memo. All right, so yeah, so much going on, but this is why that I believe that sharing this information, okay, is going to help some of you to remember, you guys. And you please, if you have to, watch the video again, alright? Listen to the information that is coming to you. If it resonates for you, beautiful, alright? If it doesn't, that's okay. Come back to it later. It might then, alright? But what's going to happen is that as I read this information to you, it is going to spark a remembrance, okay? It may not be instant, like instant coffee, but the thing is going to spark a remembrance, alright? And the light code activators are going to be activated, alright? Blueprints are going to be activated, okay? So bear with me, guys, alright? Bear with me, guys. Alright, we're on this together. We're all in this together, okay? Oh my goodness, yeah. I've got some. I have a team of people here on planet Earth. Alright, I got a team of indigos, I got a team of star seeds, and they're there. You guys are there. You're probably listening. You're probably doing all this work as well. But yeah, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this article to you guys, and like I said, there's a lot of light code activators, blueprints, everything. And right now we're going to learn about the historical timeline triggers events. Alright? Oh boy. Tell you what, guys. So please rock that like and share if you want. I really appreciate that, you guys. Yeah, it is so good to be back. I mean, I've had a few days off, having a flu. Oh, that was fun. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's get stuck into this, eh? So these specific historical timeline trigger events are directly related to the seed or casual events of the main Galactic War histories involving humanity. The NAA stands for the Negative Alien Agenda. So the NAA, War Against Humanity, originated from the timelines of the Lyran Orion Wars. Lyran and Orion Wars from the higher Harmonic Universe. When the crater of Lyra and several planets exploded, This further destroyed the Andromedan stargate, leaving humanity trapped in a fallen system. Those histories of the galactic warring eventually descended into many conflicts for power and control over the 3D Earth. The Belial Sun Luciferian Covenant and the Black Sun program ultimately united to form the NAA, Artificial Intelligence, and the 9/11 timeline agenda that is playing out in the timeline wars. So much better. Alright, so the information is provided below. Alright, hold on a second, guys. Alright, this is the intention to help associate memories and this information. Oh, here we go. This information is not to be integrated as dogmatic absolutes, but is being offered to help catalyze the individual and collective opportunities we have right now. It is to be utilized as the context for the historical timeline trigger events that have impacted all of us on Earth. And by assigning meanings to the memories that were stolen from humanity. So historic timeline trigger events that have impacted all of us on Earth by assigning meanings to the memories that were stolen from humanity. Okay, so let's go here now. Alright. So the Lyran Wars or Orion Wars victim-victimizer programs were 20 million years ago. Main Galactic War history of human holocaust. It was the Lyran Elohim overseeing the 5D Earth seeding. Alright, let's have a look at that Orion Wars. So the main battles in the human galactic history were fought in the constellation of Orion. And so these many wars are referred to as the Orion Wars. In our universal time matrix, the wars started over territories in the constellation of Lyra, the cradle of Lyra. But soon the Lyran Wars spread to the constellation of Orion, and it became a war between false king of tyranny, mindsets, and ideologies, with ideology of the service to others, which follow the law of one. Essentially, this is the seed of the war over consciousness between the Christ and the Antichrist. The main humanoid races were committed to the law of one and service to others in Christic ideology. The opposing groups were mixtures of humanoid and reptilian races that propagated service to self. Propagated service to self and Antichrist methods. These wars over tyrannical control and service to self ideology originated in the constellation of Draco and Orion, generated from the Orion group, digressed into the violent killing and destruction at the expense of others, which resulted in the propagation of the victim-victimizer or mind control. Now, hold on guys, I'm going to read that again. 80 strategy 2. Victim-victimizer. Indoctrination into the AD behaviours and their supporting organisations will require mind control and repetition to repeat the regurgitation of dogma and method of intimidations to self-enforce those systems from human to human. This indoctrination must start at birth and be entrained by childhood for maximum conformity to accept AD abusive behaviours and loss of personal dignity as a way of life. The goal is to start as early as possible to superimpose these AD behaviours on babies and children. Introduction of the victim-victimizer abuse patterns as a mind control structure is implemented everywhere possible. When the baby or child is victimized by abuse or abusers, they grow up as adults that inflict that abuse upon their victims, thereby switching their roles interchangeably. The indoctrinated, more advanced levels of the VV program is satanic ritual abuse, which is more common than any sane person would like to know about. So you guys, that's what I was saying earlier, right? Is that a lot of us, before we incarnated into these vessels, these bodies, we had to come in. We had to come in, incarnate, right? And start to deprogram, start to clean house, right? Some were already here on planet Earth in these vessels, okay? In status sleep, alright? So a lot of them were in status sleep, ready to be awakened and to experience their awakening. And the moment they experience that awakening, then it's time to start healing this, alright? It's time to clean the house, it's time to deprogram, it's time to relearn and unlearn, alright? And it's time to heal, okay? So that's why I said, is that we had a meeting, we all knew what we were going to do, we incarnate into the vessel, avatar, the body, the house, right? We move in, and as soon as we experience our awakening, we go to work and clearing this all out, alright? Yeah. So you can have a nice, beautiful home to live in, and yeah, you can go to work teaching all of your brothers and sisters how to do this, right? Yeah. Okay. So AI infection, reversal polarity. During the Lyran Wars, the destruction created rips and tears in the fabric of space-time, generating severe damage in the time matrix, which further resulted in an unnatural black hole system, which appears to have made our fallen time matrix easily susceptible to this mass AI infection. The unnatural black hole was exploited by the NAA to build their artificial realities into the phantom matrix, an AI system that siphons energy from living things. The phantom matrix is set to run on reversed polarity currents fed through the victim-victimizer. We'll call it the VV, alright? So polarity software, which then mutated itself into several dimensional layers of AI programming. The infection began at the point of the Lyran Gate destruction, and with the solar logos body fragmentation, its consciousness. Hold on a second. The infection began at the point of the Lyran Gate destruction, and with the solar logos body fragmenting its consciousness into lower particle dimensions, while this AI infection of the VV was put in each dimensional layer as a Trojan horse that would generate extreme polarity, reversal, and gender splitting in each of the downstepped spectrums of frequency. So, reversal polarity currents were designed to stop polarity integration and eliminate tri-wave manifestation, which is required. They also use reversal polarity currents to run their alien machinery, artificial timelines, and advanced technologies for psychotronic warfare that are used against those that intend to capture. This brings us to their foremost AI mind control weapon of choice, the mutation in consciousness that occurred from the original AI infection inserted during the Lyran Wars. When brought on the infamous VV programming, this brings us to their foremost AI mind control weapon of choice, the mutation in consciousness that occurred from the original AI infection inserted during the Lyran Wars, which brought on the infamous VV programming. The VV software was very effective in generating polarity, reversal current, and creating consciousness slaves that could be controlled for the purpose of harvesting loosh for the NAA. And so the mutated polarity consciousness, victim-victimizer, the goal of the invading entities, which brought on the Lyran Wars, was to destroy access between the universal gates, Lyran gates, and Andromeda to prevent any meta-terrestrial founder races from gaining access into the Milky Way system and preventing future seedings and incarnations of Christ founder races, DNA. But soon, the Lyran Wars spread to the constellation of Orion, and through the meta-galactic core, where it became a war with those who wanted to dominate others in this system based upon the victim-victimizer, fear-based mindsets. This can also be called archetype enemy patterning. Entities with the service to self ideology were attempting to enslave or eliminate those who followed the law of one, with the ideology of service to others that held love-based mindsets. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that and got a lot from that. That is all I have on that for now. That is so amazing, you guys. And that was the Lyran Wars. Alright, and so I'm just going to go quickly over the Electric Wars with you, and yeah, for the next part, okay? Alright, Galactic History, Summation of Root Race Seedings. So, where do we start? Electric Wars, 5 million years ago. Race wars over first root race, war in time. Separated from the 12-strand DNA. Need to collect fragments in timelines of 2D, 4D, soul split, soul rescue missions, etc. Galactic history summation of root race seedings. A huge war broke out over the first root race, seeding on the 7th D future Earth Gaia. This is called the Electric Wars and is the Hyperborean Holocaust. It was the conflict over the dominion of the Earth realms and the DNA seeding and evolution of the human Christ kingdom. Race wars conflicts ensued over the genetic mutation and DNA damage that was caused by explosions in other races, subsequent evolutionary and genetic digression. Alright guys, this is really deep, you guys. So seeding 1, the 7D Earth. Huge war broke out over the first root race seeding, called the Electric Wars. It was conflicted over the dominion of the Earth realms and human Christ kingdom. After the Lyran Wars, with the Orion group destroyed Lyran planets. After the Lyran Wars, with the Orion group destroyed Lyran planets, race war conflicts continued after the Orion War in Lyra. So after the Lyran, and after the Lyran Wars, there was a conflict over the dominion of the Earth realms and human Christ kingdoms. After the Lyran Wars, with Orion groups destroyed Lyran planets. Race war conflicts continued after the Orion Wars in Lyra, which ensued over the genetic mutation and DNA damage that was caused by explosions and multiple other races' subsequent evolutionary and genetic digression. Lyran Elohim and the founders renegotiated to ensure that human species evolution would continue in lower dimensions of the Earth, Tara and Gaia, but would be sealed off from the higher realms as to protect the higher dimensions and entities from all of the distortions and genetic mutations that had occurred in the human race. Humans would have to undergo a slow evolution to reassemble DNA and clean up their mess, to be allowed access to their cosmic families again. Our bodies were sealed off and we were separated from our 12 DNA consciousness, and this distortion to us created a separation between our antiparticle and particle selves, meaning we now experience separation and duality. Many more distortions to human species, blueprint, and consciousness occurred through subsequent seeding and evolutionary rounds. This also meant we would experience separation and awareness of the other aspects of ourselves, including our light body layers and, including our light body layers. To begin the healing of our fragmentation, we would begin by unifying our stations of identity and its layers of consciousness through the time fields, dimensions. During our repeated incarnations, we would begin the unification of our consciousness by starting to draw in our Lemurian fragments in through our 2D and second chakra, and our Atlantean fragments through our third chakra and conscious minds. The human 4D astral plane body would also draw in the third and the fourth root race. Fragments, as part of the separation emotional soul body that was created from distortion in the morphogenic field blueprint from DNA damage. So another task for human race is that we are responsible to collect the fragments of ourselves from other root race cycles and seedings. Oh boy, I hope you got that, guys. Now, before I read that and learnt about that, gathering back our fragmented selves, because due to the explosions, right, of the planet and on the planet, due to those explosions, a lot of our DNA had fragmented, okay? So, and it's up to us. We've got to bring those fragments back together again, all right? So another task for human race is that when we are responsible to collect the fragments of ourselves from the other root race cycles and seedings. Right, planetary Stargate system. So planetary gates, oh yep, I read that right. Planetary gates are the Earth's connection points into the galactic and universal star system. They were once sealed off and closed, but now these stargates are progressively opening during the ascension cycle. So, the organic planetary stargate system, or universal tree of life, Templar, opening has been damaged from the NAA and the alien machinery, abuse from the negative alien collaborations to control the Earth. One such war in human history was called the Electric Wars. Alright, so this necessitated Crystal Star Guardian intervention, and this intervention is referred to as Ascension B, or Ascension Plan B. With mission upgrade, science knows these energy vortexes as wormholes. Hyperboreans. When the Electric Wars happened to the Hyperboreans on Gaia, they were split apart from their higher counterparts and Polaris. So when you think of Polaris and Hyperboreans, these are part of the first root races that were ever seeded as part of spirit coming into a type of body and having a consciousness, having some kind of experience on planet Earth in a body. Hyperboreans or Hyperborean in the beginning stages was again a golden age, but by the end the Electric Wars happened. Again, this is part of the ongoing Orion group and the conflict over dominion over planets such as the Earth. Who's going to seed here? Who's going to live here? Why are you here and I'm not? This is what happened, and because this massive tragedy of war, the Hyperboreans split and fragmented. Some of them were incarnated on planet, and those mythologies, what we call a mythology of the Hyperboreans, are actually the Titans we know in Greek mythology. So when we are talking about Zeus and the Olympians, we're talking about the original races that sourced from the Hyperboreans. Okay, right now during the precession of the equinoxes, or end of the ascension cycle, we can access up to the 12 astrological precessions in the inner world timelines, which includes another 288 possible organic timelines, totaling 864 timelines. And all of those cellular memories and their DNA fire letters. See the truants of universes. At certain points in the time cycle, when mergers occur, new architecture can be created and repaired, which impacts the particle and antiparticle time field. This time is now. The inner worlds are the access key to creating the universal ascension timelines, known as the Ascension Plan B. Alright, Electric War timelines. Electric War's timelines hold major causal trigger event memories of when artificial intelligence technology was in its earlier phases in this universe. This timeline represents the pre-assimilation stages of the black subtle forces and the phantom matrices, before gradually converting them into AI systems. The 8th astrological precessions was the time of the Orion invasions event that occurred as a result of the Stargate damage in the 8th portal, and through each of the subsequent planetary time cycles, the alien machinery was methodically brought into each dimension in order to reach the lowest density of the material reality. Essentially, the NAA plan was to bring the Electric Wars and the Electric War drama to the matter fields of the Earth in order to anchor it in to the physical realm, which shifts future warfare strategy and stored into the planetary grid system that is being directed at the population in an attempt to enslave the consciousness of the Earth. From this point in the timeline, AI technology was set into perpetual motion to assimilate realities from the damaged 8 Stargate and the Galactic Center, where the NAA had gained dominion to control access in and out of Earth realms. They gradually brought down assorted alien machinery from the 8th Stargate for an inorganic vertical wormhole, an artificial architecture that built with programmable reversal elementals and then installed in the vertical axis of the planet that is called the Yahweh Matrix. Essentially, the Yahweh Matrix distorted and cut off the natural planetary staff alignment, which when combined with the net, stopped all incoming and outgoing communication signals outside the dimensional control of the NAA. The Yahweh Matrix replaced the planetary staff, which allowed the black hole entities to gain easy access into the Earth through the north and south poles in order to distort the planetary field. This was done through genetic modification and set up frequency fences that broadcast extremely low frequencies that make the Earth more hospitable for their survival The low frequency and static net broadcast produced the predator mind construct and thought forms intended for mass human parasitismus and divide and conquer tactics. So is that parasitisms, kind of like parasite kind of thing, right? Divide and conquer tactics is kind of like a parasite that just is for divide and conquer, and for spreading wars. These artificial nets and constructs were further designed to progressively pull the Earth and her world soul into inorganic black holes. Alright. So much of the electric wars were fought on Gaia, with AI machines being programmed from remote satellites or NAA ships cloaked inside these phantom black holes, accessed through the wormholes ripped open. In the damaged 8th Stargate. These were subspace and hyper-dimensional pockets, Metatronic nets used to cloak ships or bases, directing energy weapons, which can set off massive EMP blast. This was used as an alien defense system in the 8th Stargate, so nothing could pass through beyond the metagalactic zone. Gaian phantom body. During the stages of invasion to conquer Gaia, made through a series of Galactic Electric War campaigns, they increasingly used the living matrix of the Gaian body. This was further siphoning from our system through all of the other dimensions and timeline densities by running Metatronic reversals from the metagalactic core, which pulled life force from out of the grid network of our entire planetary matrix. The generations of the Gaian shadow, or the Gaian phantom body, during the final stages of the Gaian Wars, was the primary casual event in the human Holocaust timelines that has been feeding and holding together the first matrix origination of the artificial tree of life, reversal patterns, or blended reality systems. The artificial tree of life, a base 10 reversal matrix designed to run Metatronic reversals or Antichrist death current, further infected the entire planetary matrix and angelic human DNA through its monadic body that was bonded and fused with the original Gaian shadow etheric body forms. This particular historical timeline trigger event of fusing multiple timelines with the Gaian shadow body is what runs the Metatronic reversal patterns and artificial tree of life imprint through the Albion Cartha body templates that is located in the United States. In the United Kingdom. Each dimensional sphere within the Albion Cartha or crystallar pattern must be rehabilitated and reconfigured into the correct manifestation template design of our original Gaian matrix Eden coding that was held by the Azurites that existed in pre-4 7D Gaia. Wow, you guys, that is all I got for you for now, but please rock that like. This is amazing, you guys, amazing information, and I really hope that you are getting a lot from that as much as I did. A lot of it is going to activate some memories for you as well. Alright? But as I was talking about before, you know, we need to clean the house, okay? And the quickest way to do that, spend a lot of time in nature, guys. Now, if you look behind me, I am all about nature. I love Mother Gaia. I love Sophia, Mother Sophia, Mother Gaia, Mother Argentina. I love the planet of the Earth. Alright? And she's amazing. Okay? You take your shoes off, plant your feet on the ground, hug a few trees, right? She's going to alchemize all of that. Oh yeah, she's going to alchemize all of that that needs to come out of your vessel, out of your avatar, out of your body. She's going to take it, for example, okay, just catch my drift, okay. I'm going to phrase it this way, that just think that you had this black coat on, right? And this black coat is the muck and the mud, right? Is all the muck and the mud when you incarnate it into the vessel of the body. So you've got this heavy coat on. It's so heavy. It is so heavy, man. It's like, you know, you're walking around and you're feeling like you feel dragged down, right? Well, let me tell you something. Let me share this quickly with you. That when you go and take your shoes off, plant your feet on the ground, hug a few trees, spend a lot of time out in nature, and just sit there and meditate, even by the water or the river. Our beautiful planet, our Mother Nature, what she does is that she draws all of that energy, right? That energy and that frequency and all that vibration and all that muck, right? She takes it down into the earth, okay? Now, it might not happen suddenly, which is why you've got to spend a lot of time out in nature. So, but that is one way of cleaning house and helping to clean house. Alright, so there's a lot of deprogramming, relearning, unlearning, and everything that needs to go on in here. Healing, aligning the chakras, right? Doing a bit of meditation, eating some really good food, alright? Wholesome food, organic food, and drinking lots of clean water, okay? So, check your diet. Body movement, go for a stroll, go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym, alright, do a bit of a workout, move the body, move all that energy through the body, balance all of that energy out, alright, doing whatever it takes and whatever we can do to prep this, right? I appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares and everybody who watches. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye.